Salvete amici, Magister McKee here with an advanced tip for Imperator Rome. We finance professors have hobbies, and one of mine is playing Imperator Rome. I'm creating a collection of advanced tips I've learned while playing this game, in case you want to have a study break. Today's tip is about increasing character loyalty. There are several sources, but one in particular stands out. I'm going to walk through all of them and conclude with the very best one. So first of all, there are several attacks you can purchase that will give you loyalty. The first one is really easy to get. Legal Patronage gives you +2 to all characters. Further down the tree, much further down, is Approved Familia. That gives you +4. And then a little bit farther down, at the very end of this branch of the tree, Patrocinium. That gives you +2. So +2, +4, +2, total of 8 for all characters. Well, these are good attacks to pick up. There's also an attack that gives you +5 to governors, propraetors, and proconsuls. It's not all characters, but governors are probably the most important character type based on their job that you care about for loyalty, or at least one of the two most important. Now, if you're also playing with the Invictus mod, which I highly recommend, there are 2 trade routes bonuses that you can use. So, fruits give +2 loyalty to all characters. And then Cinnabar, if you have access to that, gives +4 loyalty to all governors. There's a few other permanent bonuses. So, for instance, you see the bottom one here, character, culture, happiness. This is based on the happiness of the character's culture. Usually it's going to be your own country's culture. And if you look at Etruscan here, they're at 38%. So if it's above 30%, you see an increase in loyalty for all characters that have the Etruscan culture. It's 0.3 per happiness point above the base level of 30%. If you drop below 30%, then you start having negative loyalty. So keep your primary culture happy above 30, and you're going to get some loyalty for most characters in your country. And that's really about it. There's not many other sources, but there's one more that is extremely effective. Go to a character you need to give loyalty to that has a job. Let's say this guy. Give 3 hands. This gives him 20 loyalty, which is a lot. A lot more than any individual other source that we've just walked through. The cost here is that he gets monthly corruption of 0.2 per month, and it gets out of control if you don't have ways to counteract this corruption. But there are ways to counteract the corruption, and if you can do it, you get an easy 20 loyalty for every person who is working a job in your government, for every governor, even researchers if you need to do researchers as well. Although researcher loyalty is not nearly as important as these guys having high loyalty or your governors having high loyalty. So, what sources do we have? Well, if we go to increased wages, we get -0.1 reduction in monthly corruption. So we're already halfway there. You pay more with wages, but 20 loyalty is very substantial. There's also a national idea, one of the oratory ideas, sanctioned privileges, that also gives a -0.05 reduction, so we're just 0.05 away from what we need. And these are 2 things that every country can do. Sanctioned privilege is available at game start, and high wages is always available at start as well. Now, if you are a republic, like Etruria is, there is a law which you will probably have from start. The name might be different depending on the republic type you have, but it also gives -0.1 corruption. So if you've been adding it up, we now have -0.25 corruption, and I can give someone free hands. I can give everyone free hands who has a job, and they won't see their corruption tick up. It'll in fact start ticking down. Now this works best for the republics, of course, because they have this particular law that you can set. If you're not a republic, let's say you are a monarchy, the hard way is to go into the oratory tree and pick up things like selective immunity, military patronage, administrative patronage. That's going to be negative 0.01, negative 0.01, negative 0.2, so negative 0.04. Still not quite enough. A lot of the tax only give you 0.01, which is not enough. There's also one in the religious tree. That gives you 0.03. So if you pick up all those taxes, you'll get enough to get 0.05. It's going to take a while. There is an easier way to do it. Great Wonders. Assuming you have the DLC that allows you to do that. There we go. So Great Wonders. And I'm just going to show you the effect here. It's under Government. There we go. Government Traditions. So this gives provincial loyalty per month. It gives negative corruption per month, and it gives loyalty to governors, which are all three really great things. This is one of the best effects you can have for a Great Wonder. And if you get up to a level 2, you get negative 0.05. So a Great Wonder, the national idea that also gives 0.05, and wages that gives you 0.1 is just enough to counteract the increasing corruption from giving free hands. So if you are a republic, you don't need to worry about prioritizing this wonder. You can just use the law to get negative 0.25 very easily. But if you're a monarchy, if you prioritize getting this wonder up, then you'll be able to get free hands in everything. And the reason you do it, besides those revolts, is political influence is based on the loyalty that all these characters have. So if this character has 20 higher loyalty, you're getting more political influence. You can see that you get a base amount from each person here, and it's based on how loyal they are. Governors, the more loyal they are, the more provincial loyalty you get, if they're above 50. So your provinces are more loyal as well. And 20 loyalty buys you a lot, and there are fairly easy ways to get all the way, or most of the way, to counteracting that free hand penalty. So, if you found this video helpful for your study break, please comment, like, and/or subscribe so that others can find this video too. Happy not studying.